You're listening to First in Line, your aux past to fan culture. I'm Liv.
I'm Elham.
And this week we'll actually talk about our weekend together. But we had a fun weekend together. We were pretty much just hypothesizing on the West and Amanda situation the entire time we were together. So a little bit rude of them to wait until we were no longer
I
together.
know.
The announcement, our sisters were both with us for pretty much the whole weekend, and we were trying to tell them all of the lore because they had no idea what was going on. So at least we had them in the know when the news,
Mhm.
like they knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Um, but I feel like we pretty much spent the whole weekend feeling like we had a worm in our brain.
I know. I would be like looking at my stories and I'm like, Lindsay just posted a selfie with Sierra. What does that mean? Like, or you'd be like, did you just see what Carl posted? And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. And our sisters would literally be like, so who's Amanda again? Wait, which one's Sierra? I'm like, guys, but now they know.
Yeah, and we really put them to work decorating for my daughter's first birthday party. Our sisters were really like the champions of our team, but it really says a lot about us that we were both sitting on the couch like tweeting and reading Twitter, and they were actually doing the decorating.
Yeah.
So I thought it was really funny. I mean, we can count on more than one hand how many times we've met in person, but we
Which
are
is
OG
crazy.
Twitter friends. If you're kind of new to listening to this podcast, like we met online, I think in 2014.
Like, we've known each other for over a
So
decade.
like, yeah, but we've probably only met like what, 12 times, maybe max.
I don't even think 12.
I don't know. And I was saying
Like,
that it's
I'm thinking,
because it's like,
okay, last weekend, your wedding, your
yeah,
bachelorette, our
when I
trip
asked you
to
to be a
LA.
bridesmaid, we went to
Yeah,
LA
to
together.
New York. We've met in
Um,
New York, like, maybe
You
3
and
or 4
Mumina
times.
came to my house, like, that's what we were saying last 2 weeks ago. When I saw you, I was like, "I know that you guys were at, like, my family home at some point." I don't know why, but I remember you being there. Like, I know that you guys came there because I
Yeah.
know my parents met you. But it's really funny because 'cause you've been there for, like, all the most important moments of my life, but also I've only seen you in person, like, a couple
Like, less
times.
than 10 times. I know,
But
it's so
it's
funny.
so normal. It's so weird how normal it is.
I know, and even just, like, I was thinking about this, like, at the party. I've met your friends, like,
Yeah.
once. Like, twice, I guess, most of them,
Yeah.
but, like, most of them literally one time, the people that were at that party, and it's like, we all talk. I'm like, it's just so
Yeah,
funny, like,
everyone's
it's like
following each other on Instagram,
yeah.
commenting on each other's posts, like,
Yeah, it's so but it just goes to show, like, even the fact that it was only 2 weeks ago, like, I'm like, "Oh my God, I feel like I just was with you." Like, when we're together, it feels like we're always together, but, like,
yeah,
we're literally not.
yeah, I know, like, we hadn't seen each other for 2 years, guys, which was basically my wedding the last
Yeah,
time we saw each other.
and then you, like, have a one-year-old baby. I'm like, "Oh my God, this is
Yeah.
insane."
It's fine, guys, we're having a reunion at the Minnesota State Fair this summer,
Oh my God.
so I can't wait to eat my way through Minnesota and go to the Mall of America. It's, like, very high on my bucket list, so I will check those things off. But I think we do need to recap what's been going on in Summer House since we had our emergency episode, which I think was, like, Wednesday of this week, and now we're recording on Saturday night, so a few more things have come out.
Mhm.
There was news about West and Sierra possibly hooking up recently. Carl and Lindsay today dropped a collab with Uber Eats, which wasn't on the record saying this, but I was thinking to myself, like, this is gonna be the thing that unites them fully together because they don't play about Sierra.
Yeah,
Lindsay especially doesn't play about being like a girl's girl, like she's gonna call herself through and through and like be a loyal person. And Carl does not play about Sierra. So the fact that the two of them united over this does not surprise me. Kyle was filmed on the streets of New York this week doing a series of street interviews in which the quote that made it to the headlines was him talking about how everyone is affected by this and him specifically saying that Carl's a mess, which if you
it's my new, like,
put your head in the
vocal
sand, like
stance, like
there's absolutely no reason for Carl to be a mess because this has really, like, nothing to do with him outside of it being his friend group. So the fact that that's all that Kyle could say about his estranged wife dating one of his friends is just so unintentionally funny, and we had to buy the crew necks that
of
Loverboy
course.
is selling that say Carl's a mess on them. And they're supporting a good cause, Release Recovery Foundation. So at least there's that. But I've honestly been living for like the way that everyone's handling it on social
Mhm.
media. It's way different from the way people were handling it with Scandival. And I just find it to be, like, way more genuine. I also just love this cast way more. But even today, Sierra, who's gained, like, 200,000 or, like, 250,000 followers on
Yeah.
Instagram, she's promoting nonprofits, the Girl Scouts of the New York City shelters she was promoting today, supporting transgender rights this last week. So she's been using her extended platform for good, and that
Mhm.
just goes to show, like, what an amazing woman she is.
I know it really does, like, even, because I remember her first story was the trans, like, Protect the
Mhm.
Dolls organization or whatever, and I was like, "You know what?" Like, getting this much engagement, like, because she knows, like, people are coming to her page refreshing, they want the tea, they want the
Yeah.
gossip, and it just, yeah, goes to show how great of a person she is. And then she also, like, when she shared the Girl Scouts thing, she posted another slide where she talked about how, like, she was a Girl Scout and how it really taught her a lot about, like, being confident and having courage and, like, being able to go through tough times. Like, it's, like, subliminally speaking about what's
Yeah, she
happening
said, like,
about.
if you're looking to support me,
Mhm.
support
Like,
them.
support these people, which is amazing. And yeah, I just feel like you said, it's so different than Scandival because I feel like the Vanderpump cast kind of knew that this was like, I don't know, I don't think they're as
It was
close
like
as they
they knew
seem.
it was, like, their way to get their bag, and they were just
Yeah.
in a way that was, like, so icky, whereas, like, I feel like, Carl's the one that's being targeted here, like, Carl's a mess, they're not, like, digging at Amanda, they're not even digging at Wes, like,
No.
they're leaving Sierra out of it, like, it's all with each other, whereas, like, even the Send It to Daryl, like, that was about Raquel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I like that everyone's kind of showing their support, like, for Kyle, for Loverboy, following Sierra, supporting, like, her promotions that she's doing, like the Apple TV event that she was doing, rather than focusing on the drama of it all. I
Yeah,
think
and I
that's
think
maybe that's what is different about it.
yes, and I feel like it's because they're actually a friend group. Like, obviously, the Vanderpump people, like, grew up together, they are friends, like, they film like, this show that show went on for 10 years as well, if
Mhm.
not more, because I think they were on, like, 12 or 13 seasons, so, like, maybe a little more than 10 years, versus this show where it's just, like, I think the closeness, because a lot of people have been kind of talking about, like, well, are they actually friends or are they friends on the show? But I think Summer House is, like, a different type of closeness because they actually have to sleep in the same house
Yeah.
for of
They're not
weeks.
just showing up to set and filming with each other and
Yeah,
going home, yeah.
and going home and then only going to dinner parties or whatever, like, filming locations. They're actually
Mhm.
living and sleeping together and going out together and all this stuff, and I think there just is a more of a closeness. And yeah, and it's not like the Carl's a Mess merch is not, like, a money grab because it's going to charity versus, like, Send It to Daryl, like, where did that go? To Lala's pockets? Which, great, good for her, but, like, I just think it's a little different, and also I think Summer House is at such a peak right now, like, outside of this scandal. Like, before, I feel like the last, like, few seasons has really made this show super popular, and this has kinda just made it even more popular, which is probably why, like, they were so quick to get the Uber Eats thing and, like, so it was so, like,
Yeah.
easy to, like, for people to kind of not think that it's icky or anything. Like, even
Uh,
the fact that people are supporting Loverboy, I think goes to show that it's genuine love of the individuals because Kyle Cook is the CEO of Loverboy, but Amanda does the does the merch and the graphic design. So, like, inadvertently, you are supporting Amanda, but I think it's because it's, like, the Kyle of it all that people are like,
Well, I
"Oh,
think
let's."
also too, like, that this week on this episode, like, even
Yeah.
I guess as this was coming to the public eye, Kyle was talking about how he's not taking a salary on Loverboy and he's really struggling financially
Mhm.
to support his team and, like, keep his Loverboy employees employed. And I saw online, like, people are throwing them, like, "You need to do this marketing, you need to
Yeah.
do that marketing." And there's so many other things that go into it, like rules and regulations. Like, they can't just create a new drink by tomorrow. Like, that's not how it works.
Mhm.
So I like that, obviously Carl approved the concept, like that they were able to come up with some way to monetize off of this.
Yeah.
I mean, so many people are supporting Loverboy. I think they said the other day, like half of their online stock was sold out,
Mhm.
which is amazing. So it's nice to see that people are like supporting the business in general, like as Summer House fans, regardless of whether or not it has to do with this situation. But yeah,
Yeah.
like you're saying, I mean, Kyle and Amanda didn't have a prenup, so you're kind of supporting them both.
Yeah,
I
which
mean,
is
she
just
said that she's not taking
yeah.
Loverboy
I
from
don't
him.
think
So
they either, yeah. And also, this is like a side tangent, but a side note of the episode, but when he's like, and he also said this in his TikTok where he's like, "I don't take a salary," and I'm just like, Okay, so, like, can someone, like, let me know how much this guy gets paid to do this show slash his DJ gigs? Because like, he lives in a really nice apartment in New York City, seems to be living a very comfortable life, and it, like, has this failing business that, like, he only has, like, $3 to his name. I'm like, "Okay." Like, I don't know. Sometimes I'm just like, "Kyle, are we, like, exaggerating this?" I do believe he's not taking a salary, but I'm like, when he's like, "Loverboy is millions of dollars in debt," I'm like, "So are we gonna file for bankruptcy or like what?" But I do think that this is helping it a lot. And like even I keep seeing people be like, "You need to make a flavor that's called Sierra's Mist." And I'm like, "Okay, that's actually a really smart, like funny idea, but like yeah, you can't just like make drink tomorrow."
Yeah.
Like and like I didn't even know that they had like THC. Like did you know that he had a THC?
Yeah, like another like spin-off? No, I
No,
didn't know.
like they never talk about that on the show. Obviously, they talked about the non-alc because that also was, like, a Carl storyline a little
Yeah.
bit, but, like, I was, like, kind of, like, shocked by that. I'm like, "Oh, I didn't no clue." But, yeah, it feels like, honestly, even, like, the fact because at first I was kinda scared. We talked about this a little bit on our last week's our emergency clips or whatever, but, I'm kind of, like I was worried that Amanda wouldn't go to the reunion. I don't know if West will, but it seems her people or somebody told TMZ that she's going to the reunion, which makes me feel like, okay, then I hope West goes, and I think Sierra will because I feel
Yeah.
like Sierra has literally nothing to lose by going to this reunion. If anything, she just has things to gain.
I feel like she just needs to come with, like, her notepad of, like, what she
No,
wants to
literally.
say and, like, stick to the script, which I feel like she's really poised, so
Yeah.
she's probably good at doing that, and let the other 2, like, look like a mess, like, I'm sure they're gonna have whatever talk track they have prepared. I think the most interesting thing is whether or not they're gonna come, like,
Together.
as,
I
like,
know.
what guys, okay, so in his little street interview, Kyle is defending Amanda, quite a
Yeah.
bit, because he's worried about her mental health, which is to be fair, 'cause Amanda has documented publicly her mental health struggles, and they were in a relationship for 10 years, but then they were pictured together the next day, and I'm just wondering at what point they're gonna get back together.
Okay, do you genuinely you're like the I keep seeing that and I'm like, "Really?" Like, with that? I
I
don't
mean, like,
know.
I feel like Kyle is talking really weird, like, also, I mean, I saw something on
Yeah.
Dumas that Amanda was at Wes's apartment, like, the day that the news dropped or something. Kyle was talking mad weird about how vulnerable Amanda was at the time, and West was, like, preying on her, and also Kyle had been in touch with Amanda, so I feel like it would be really weird for him to be saying all of that if he wasn't, like, getting some of that from Amanda. So I'm really intrigued to know the status of Wes and Amanda. I mean, they literally just came out with a public "we" statement, like, 3 days ago, but I don't know, like, I just feel like
Yeah.
Amanda is gonna go back to what's comfortable for her, and I also just genuinely don't see her and Wes lasting long term
No.
anyway.
I don't think they're even gonna last to the reunion. Like, I just feel
Yeah,
like because that it was the same shit with, like and I hate comparing, but it's that was the most recent Bravo scandal of, like, this
yeah,
level, so it's like, whatever. But, like, it's the same shit with Tom and Raquel, like, he basically was like, "We need to be together because this is the only way to get through this," and her family is
yeah,
the only reason why they didn't actually continue on.
yeah.
So, kinda like, I guess in the same vein, like, is Kyle and, like, probably her family gonna be the reason why, like, she actually doesn't continue on this relationship with Wes? 'Cause, like, Wes does not wanna commit. He does not he is like Peter Pan, like, he does not
Yeah, I'm just so confused
want
how this came
a
to be because
girlfriend.
the whole cast has been doing promo this whole time about whether Wes and Sierra are gonna get back together and just talking about how Wes isn't ready for a relationship.
Yeah,
So, like, this is just coming I think honestly, like, more so than, like, the betrayal, that's what's so shocking to all the people closest to this is, like, they're literally all out there this week talking about how he isn't ready for a relationship and now him and Amanda are something, like, it's just so bizarre.
it makes no sense, and, like, it is I feel like because he cares so much about public perception that, like, maybe he will stay with her, but, like, I just think for her own good, honestly, like, it's like, this relationship, this whole, like, us versus the world thing only really works if you actually have, like, a normal set, like, foundation in a relationship, like, you can't us versus the world, like relationship that was exposed to millions of people through
Yeah.
breadcrumbing and, like, secret sneaky photos on Dumois. Like, it's not the same versus, like, if you were, like, a recent example of, like, an affair that ruined 2 relationships, Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater, like, they met on a closed set, where they, like, were in a controlled environment where the both of them could cheat on their partners respectively and then go home and decide to divorce them and then come together. Versus this where it's like, no one knows when it started. Now Kyle, even in his street interview, he's like, "I'm looking at these, like, interviews and these
Yeah.
confessionals." He literally mentioned, like, "We film our confessionals, like, after the fact," and he's like,
Yeah.
he's calling me the Wolf of Wall Street. He's saying all these things, and it's kinda just making me look at my life and, like, this past summer in a different light. Because it
Mhm.
is true, like, they can deny and deny and deny.
I mean, the
Like,
stuff that they've been posting on social media now, what they said, like, that's weird. And, like, some of
yeah,
the stuff knowing that they've crossed this boundary, not, like not saying that they were cheating, but
yeah,
crossed the friendship boundary into, like, romance, like, all the other posts and ways that they used to touch each other and everything else just comes off, like, a little bit more sinister
yes.
than it previously did when everyone was like, "Oh, she's happily married," and he's only in Sierra.
And I think that's why Kyle is kind of, like, super upset at West, like, which a lot of people are, but I think it's because, like, you's played like, we're watching on TV West
Yeah.
play the knight in shining armor, good guy who's coming here to save his friend Amanda from her big, bad, horrible
No,
husband.
but I think he also, like I think the game that West was playing, at least in earlier episodes, was that he was, like, in the middle of both of them, like, that
Yeah,
both of their sides, and I think even in the most recent episode, like, he was trying to do that too, like, "Kyle, we're your bros," and I think that's where Kyle was trying to say, like,
it's
"I was
weird.
played too," because
Yeah.
he was acting like he was both of our friends, but then he was also, like his friendship, if it wasn't just friendship, crossed a boundary that maybe Kyle wouldn't have been as comfortable with if he knew that he was in any way, like, interested in Amanda.
Yeah, exactly, and, like, yeah, it's
And to
just
have those people be, like, in her ear
mhm,
when their relationship is not in a good spot, like, I think even Kyle now is like, "Okay, was he whispering in Amanda's ear that she
mhm,
should decide to
divorce.
separate from me?"
Yeah, because it's different when it's coming from a girl when it's coming from Sierra or
Yeah,
I don't
Lindsay
even
or
like
whoever.
Mia or
Yeah.
Lindsay or whoever, and versus, like, West, who now you've had a sexual relationship with, like, it's just, like because now it low key it what to the like, to the outsiders, it looks like he was literally having the 2 of them were having, like, an emotional
Yeah.
affair. Like, cause it's, like not that cause it's hard to use the affair word when they are separated, but it is, like, if this started in the summer, this, like, beginning of this closeness started in the summer when she was still married to her man and had no intentions of getting a divorce, like, that is the definition of an emotional affair, and then this might have been the thing that, yeah, like, made her take the leap. Cause I keep hearing people, and this is gonna sound mean, but this is someone else's words, not mine, but, people on different podcasts are like, Amanda is very lazy. She's lazy. They're the bedbugs. She's lazy on the show. That is a fact. And they're like, is he the reason why she even was, like, motivated to leave Kyle? Because, like, it's been 10 years of this. So this idea that one day she just, like, woke up and was like, I'm done with this when, like, she's also actively trying to save her relationship on the show that we're watching. Like, I'm just like, yeah, like, people keep being like, she's so lazy that she needed, like, Wes to be like, oh, you should leave him and then be with me. And she did. And I just feel like, yeah, maybe she
I
thought,
mean,
like,
it is strange that, like, they separated and now she's literally been every single place that West is,
mhm.
like, attached to him at the hip regardless.
And I keep seeing people say, because I don't follow literally the only, like, Bravo Lab I follow, like, of these girls I follow on Instagram is Sierra and Lindsay and
Mhm.
Paige. So I, like, don't, but I would see West TikToks and stuff like that. So people keep being like, it was started at the winter storm, like the first storm that New York had.
Yeah, the blizzard, yeah.
They, like, stayed together through that, and I think that's when people were like, "This is kinda weird, like, why are you guys staying
Mhm.
together through this blizzard?" But there was also other people there. So I'm like, I just I don't know, like, are we ever gonna get clarity on, like, when this actually began? Because, yeah, it's like, okay,
I don't
so
know, Andy's gotta ask some good questions, like, I want good
I
questions.
hope, because
There
Andy
this
sometimes
has so much
loves
more I mean, I think the differences with and, like, what we've talked about too is, like, the way that they film the show, like, this is a seasonal show, they film it in the summer, they live in the same house. It's not the same as Scandoval or Vanderpump Rules when they just brought cameras back up and they were like,
Mhm.
"Film." So we got that whole episode of the breakdown of what happened, like,
Yeah.
even though they were done filming, and then we got the reunion. So, like, we had pretty much all of our questions answered in that episode. We're coming to the reunion with no information
Yeah.
aside from the fact that they've made this statement. So, like, we don't know about Sierra and West's relationship. We don't know about Sierra and Amanda's friendship, like how they were up until this point. Kyle said that him and Amanda have questions to answer about their relationship timeline.
Yeah.
Like, did Jesse know anything? What did everyone else know? Like,
Yeah.
we don't know any of these things. And so I think it's going to be very interesting to see how they handle it at the reunion.
Yeah, I just hope Andy actually, because sometimes Andy loves his boys and like doesn't really hold their feet to the fire. But I think this is like enough of a public,
I mean, he's dogged
like
Sierra
he
3
has to.
summers in a row now,
Yeah.
so, like, let's put some heat on
And
him
like,
too.
I don't know if you saw, but there's like, it's so funny because I'm like, this is great. But he tweeted the like, we're filming the Summer House reunion soon. Tweet us your questions. And I'm like, great timing. But I just really need clarity on it because I'm like, because even the Kyle,
Yeah,
like,
I
to
personally
me,
need clarity, forget all of them, like,
literally,
all
because I'm like,
people involved,
to
I
me,
need
I don't really care about the Kyle of it all. I think Kyle feels the most betrayed by Wes because, like, Amanda
yeah,
is too,
clearly.
like, whatever, they're not together. But, like, I need to know, like, Wes, like, who are all these girls coming from the woodworks? Like, is this all true? Okay, so did you tell everybody? Like, what is that? Like, we can spend a whole hour, one part of the whole reunion on this, like, Wes timeline. Cause I'm like, who are all these women? And, like, is all of this true? Or are you just like, are people lying or what is going on? Cause I'm like, how are people like on Duma being like, oh yeah, we went to school in Montana together. Everyone knows that they're exclusive. I'm like, everyone knows that Wes is exclusively dating this girl in Montana or like Chicago or whatever from
Yeah,
Montana. But why does like no
Amanda
one
not know that.
actually know? Yeah, like I'm like exactly. Like I'm like, so then why is he saying we are gonna continue this relationship? That makes no sense to me.
Men that can play that many girls at a time, like, seriously exhaust me, like, I don't know how they do it, but
No, because I'm like, even Kyle's fucking stupid ass, like he's a cheater, whatever. But like he would literally cheat with these random girls and like come like you know what I mean? Like I'm like he would cheat with
no,
these
he's not
girls,
having a relationship with
but he's
them.
not he's not having like these full blown like we're
Like,
exclusive. He's
honestly,
just
where does West have the time for all this? Like, I don't are
like,
you not
how are you
busy?
texting? Exactly. Are you not busy hanging out with your new girlfriend? Like, I don't understand. And then the fact that he freaking wore that girl's and I'm sorry, that horse tie really
Yeah,
unsettled me. I do not like it at all. Like, even before all this, I hated it. I don't like it. Like, I was like, what the hell is he wearing?
you
But it's
voted
just,
against it being hot, I get it.
yeah, it's just ugly as shit. And I'm like, so you wore this, you shouted this girl out on national television, just
Denied that you were romantic with Amanda, and then 3 days later came out with a
just horrible. But
it
I
makes
can't wait.
sense that my barricade or bust this week would be none other than Lindsay Hubbard. I love the way that she handled all the situation coming to light. She supported our girl Sierra before the
Her,
public announcement came through. She posted the funniest Instagram story of Alex from Love is Blind when they posted their announcement saying, "Is this the new publicist?" She said she wanted to throw her phone at the wall this week. And then she came out with that Uber Eats commercial with Carl and unblocked him for it on Instagram, which just warmed my heart. So I have to give it to Mother Hubbard, knowing that she's going to come with heat at the reunion. She is
yeah.
coming for them.
I'm so excited for her. She's so good at reunions usually, but, like,
Yeah.
when she has an enemy on the other side of the
And
couch,
when you're on her side too, it feels so good.
I think
I'll
Carl's
be
probably
cheering
so
her on.
happy that it's not him. He's like, "Thank God I'm fucking
Yeah.
over for once."
What's your barricade or bust this week?
Although Summer House has taken up 98% of my brain capacity, my barricade or bust this week is the new season of Jury Duty. I loved season 1 of this show that I
Yeah.
literally told everyone in the world to watch it, and it's
I rewatched it recently and it still
so
stands up. It's
good.
still so good.
But this one is a similar premise where it's one guy who has no idea that this is a TV show, but it's a company retreat instead. So he like gets a job at this company and they're like this like sauce company and they're like, "Oh, we're doing a company retreat to like honor the anniversary or something." And then it's so good. Cuz there's so many wacky
Do you
like
think that he knows what's going on? Because people are saying there's, like, no way that he doesn't know.
no because I feel like I try to think of myself. Okay, the jury duty premise. I try to think
I
of
mean,
myself
how
and I
would
feel
you
like
think that someone
everyone
is, like how would you think that again, like, the show is different, like, they're not on jury
yes,
duty, they're on a company retreat, so how would you be able to, like, put the pieces together that, like, that is happening?
agree. And like On this season, there's no one on this show that is, like, familiar really to me, like,
Mm.
there's no James Marsden, which, like, I could whatever. There's no James
That would
Marsden,
yeah.
but there's also, like, other people on jury duty. Other of the background characters on jury duty, like the one guy who literally was on Sex Lives of College Girls and is on the new St. Denis Medical on Peacock, like,
Uh-huh.
he was familiar to me. I mean, like, instantly, like, I was like, "I know who this guy is." Versus,
Yeah.
like but I still would be like, "Well, I'm in LA doing jury duty, like, a celebrity might be there or whatever, like, a celebrity might be there." But, this one, I just think it's so would you I don't think I would just be like, "Oh my god, I'm happy I got a job, now
Well,
they're
it's
putting
funny
me on
because
a
people are saying
stamp."
this would never happen if it was a woman,
Yeah.
like, that she
I honestly think it could happen to me. Maybe, but the one thing I will say is, like, cause both the guys are, like, really nice people, like, they're both from both seasons, like, very nice.
Mhm.
So I think, like, maybe I would be, like, a little more like, "What the fuck is happening around me?"
They're
Like
not as nice, yeah,
yeah, like, I think I'd be, like,
yeah.
complaining to my friends and be making then my little video diaries would be like, "So everyone is a weirdo, I'm really scared," like
I think that's the thing for me too, like, I mean, everyone on the show, all the other actors were really nice too, but
Mhm.
I feel like if no one else was agreeing with me that things are weird, like, that would
Yeah,
be my trigger. Regardless of being like, "Okay, something else is happening here," I'd be like, "This is the weirdest place ever, I need to get out of here," like, I would not agree to stay.
yeah. No, literally, but it's really good, and
I need to watch
I
it.
think I hope they make more because yeah, I honestly am interested, like, could
Like,
they have picked a
it's just
woman?
concept, like, it's just easy to watch, it's
Yeah,
silly, stupid, you know, at the end, everyone's gonna be happy. I
yeah,
heard that there's someone on that season that always brings up the TV show Bones, which is, like, my favorite thing ever, so I need to watch it just for that.
yeah.
So I'm
You know what's
excited.
so funny is I have been getting, like maybe it's because 'cause I'm watching the show, but I've been getting, like, Bones what's it
Yeah,
called?
just all
Like
over my
like
Twitter feed,
like,
I
For
think
You page, yeah. Like, I'm like, I've never watched that show, but it looks good.
you need to watch it.
But yeah, that's maybe in season 3 could have a woman because I do think that's a great theory, like,
Yeah,
maybe we would be able to be like, "These people are freaks, get me out of here."
yeah, a woman would clock it. We had a sad week last week, you didn't have a boyfriend of the week.
No. Oh my god, I forgot.
Do you have a boyfriend of the week this week?
Yes, I do have a boyfriend of the week, which we talked about extensively, and it's Carl Radke.
Oh
You
my
guys,
god!
World's a Mess is, like,
Wait, this is so
actually
funny because we read Cake Eater and he wasn't even our
yes!
boyfriend of the week for our Cake Eater episode, but he's made it.
Carl is just, like I don't know how to describe him, you guys. He just is, like, a nice guy. Hopefully, I know this soundbite does not come back to bite me, but I think he's, like, too awkward and normal
I
for
mean,
that.
hey, he literally broke off his engagement right before his wedding, and, like, no one else came out of the woodwork with anything to say about him, so I think he's marked safe, like, I think
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah, but he's just I just love how, like, he takes it all in, like, good faith. Like, you know what I mean? He's not like, "Kyle, what? This is embarrassing. Why are you including me in this?" or whatever. It's just good, and also his Uber Eats ad the Uber Eats ad, I was kinda like, "Whoa, he's kind of a good actor." Like, why did he actually seem, like, very upset? Like, he's
Well,
like
he wanted to be on, like, in
yeah.
TV, remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't he in Criminal Minds?
Yeah, he was. Carl Radke, you're the boyfriend of the week. The only good guy in the house, let's just say that.
Number 1 guy in the group for sure. I'm glad we have Carl because everyone else on reality TV is a mess right now. I mean, we never really, I feel like, dug into the secret lives of Mormon wives of it all. I did pick it, like, we recorded our last episode, the bulk of it, a while ago, and so I picked Secret Lives as my barricade or bust, like, the week that the show came out,
Mhm.
and then everything else happened with The Bachelorette getting canceled, you know, that choice aged like sour milk, but Jesse and Jordan announced their divorce, and she's now been pictured with Marciano from Vanderpump Villa, which if you guys didn't watch last season of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, pretty much the entirety of the last season, season 3,
Yeah.
was focused on Jesse and Marciano having an emotional and potentially, like, physical affair. I think she said that they kissed.
They kissed, but I don't think
She
they haven't done
insisted
that.
that they didn't sleep together, but, was surrounded by this affair and also that Demi supposedly also had a relationship with Marciano and Vanderpump Villa when she's married. And now Jessie is newly separated because her husband filed for divorce, and she's now, like,
Back.
skipping around the internet with Marciano. Like, they recorded TikToks. Did you send it to me?
Yes, she recorded Fresh Out the Slammer. I know who my first call will be too, and it's Marciano.
Guys, these women are not real. I mean, like, last week there was drama because she was kissing Chase, who is, Miranda's
Yeah,
ex,
ex.
and then sending her flowers saying sorry.
One thing I will say about those Mormon wives is they know how to do TikTok
Yeah.
and, like, this reality
Yes.
TV game well. Like, they know how to keep people talking about them for better or worse. Like, and I just feel like, one, Marciano is, like, a clout chaser, which
But, like, again, like, there's literally no one else in the world. I mean,
yeah.
besides Chase and Marciano, like, there's no one else for single Jesse.
Also, should you even like, exactly, there's no one else in the world, and also, like, why are we doing this? Like, I'm just like, I honestly feel like this is all, like, a ploy to, like, force
No, I'm like,
cameras to
did they
go
just
back
never
up.
break up? Were her and Jordan never together last season? Like, it all seems so weird. And also, why didn't he come up on the Call Her Daddy episode then? It was so bizarre.
So
This is
weird.
all
And
so
then a
odd.
part of me is like, are they just but then also, why the hell would he be in Utah? Because I'm like, a part of me is like, are they just, like, happen to be in the same place and, like, going to dinner and then making a TikTok to, like, make people talk about them? But then it's like, why the fuck are you in Utah? It's not like she lives in LA or something. So it's kinda just like,
Yeah.
you
If
kinda
that's
have
the case, I mean, I have to give it to them that they'll literally do anything for the bag and, like, good on them. Couldn't be me.
and then I saw a TikTok of Michaela being like, basically reacting to this news and just being like, "What the fuck is wrong?"
Yeah, what's going on in this friend group, which is funny because Jessie just said that she was closest to Macy and Michaela recently, so but I also heard that none of the girls, like, are willing to film together.
Yeah.
Oh, cameras still aren't up, but I really can't do another season about Jessie and Marciano, like,
No. I honestly can't even do another season about Jesse and Jordan, like, you should have left like, to me, it's like,
I mean, this whole season was about how she wanted to divorce him.
so you got your wish, like, honestly, it's like, these women like, this show is really a case study on, like, why you should, like, probably not get married until, like, you
Or have kids.
live a life. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, or have kids, like,
I
it's
just
just
feel
like
bad for the kids.
they all act like they're stuck as, like, 18-year-olds because they are. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, "Why are you acting like this?" It's fucking weird, and yeah, like, your kids, like, honestly, no one on that show, like, I hate to say it because I love them. I like a majority of them. I think they're, like, funny and nice and whatever, but I'm like, none of you, like, genuinely care about your kids if you're just gonna dog out your family constantly on TikTok and, like, all this drama just for what? Even Michaela, who I like, I'm like, this whole will they, won't they leave my husband? Am I getting a divorce? Are we just living separately? Like, I'm just like, can you leave him or not? Because you're saying that you're leaving him, but then, like, you're on
And then
TikTok.
getting mad on
Like,
social media when people are saying that she's leaving him.
and she's like, I'm not. We're in California together right now. I'm like, so then why is your whole storyline the fact that you want to leave your husband? And that Jesse did the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like this whole, I don't know, like sometimes it feels like they know too
It's
much about
weird.
what the audience wants. So then they play into it
Yeah.
too much that they like kind of forget that they're real people at the end of the day themselves.
But it's weird because it also does feel like they're all still friends. I mean, somewhat.
Yeah. No,
Like,
I
I don't
bet you right
they
now, if
they do it so
Michaela,
well, it seems, like, really authentic for the most
yeah.
part.
Like, if Jesse called up Michaela and Macy, they would come hang out with her. Like,
Yeah.
it's not, I think it's more so just, like, one
Like,
is
kind
like,
of what we were saying with Summer House, like, they all do genuinely, like, hang out together, know
mhm,
each other, like, do stuff together. I mean, like, yeah, now they have, like, their brands, like, they're kind of, like, married as brands together under, like, being the Mormon wives in Mom Talk, but I think that they do consider most of them to be, like, genuine friends of each other.
yeah, and I honestly wonder if, like, because Taylor Frankie Paul, has she lost a lot of stuff? I know she lost, like, the Cinnabon, obviously she lost Bachelorette, but I'm like, are they just gonna wait, like, 6 months until, like, people forget, which obviously people,
Probably.
and then, like, just make, because 'cause I'm like, you
I mean,
spent
that's
money.
what they did before. I mean, that's how it's funny because, I mean, the first episode of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives started with the swinging scandal,
Yeah.
that they had all lost brand deals because of that, because everyone thought that all the brands thought that they were all associated with that, and then it ends with the first domestic violence incident, so I'm sure that they were then affected by that, and then, like, the second episode goes to, like, 5, 8 months
Yeah,
after that incident, so I'm sure that it affected them. I mean, just look, the pilot episode was filmed so
exactly.
far apart from the second episode.
And also, did you see that Dakota is getting
Getting
edited
Yeah,
out of Vanderpump
which will
Villa?
be interesting because a lot of the drama in season 4 was also surrounding that he hooked up with people on that
Mhm.
show.
And then I wonder if about the Alex Cooper.
Oh god, I
We
don't
forgot
can
to talk about
we
that.
not s like, I I will not be watching. I don't
No,
even watch for educational purposes, scientific research, podcast purposes. I don't
no.
come up with the reason to watch that trash.
I
And
don't
it's
want to see
I'm
these
so
rejects.
I'm so over picking people that, like, are hated online just for entertainment purposes. They could have gone out and picked, like, a really fun group of people, and they picked, like, literally the worst
Evil,
of the
racist,
worst.
horrible, like, abusive, hates their girl like, that's the
What kind
thing.
of casting requirements did you have for this?
I know, because this is the thing, like, maybe we could talk about this, like, big in another episode, but, like, people keep being like, "You guys would never survive early 2000s reality TV. Mess is what we came here for," and I'm like, "Okay, I like messy stuff too. I used to watch Mob Wives, I used to watch Jersey Shore, I used to watch all those shows,
Mhm.
Bad Girls Club. I love mess. We love mess, but in current day times, like, the world already sucks enough. You don't have to be, like, an abusive, racist asshole to be entertaining on TV. Like, the world sucks. We can have messy drama, which we have drama on Summer House right now. Like, we have drama on all the housewives shows. We have drama on The Valley. But we don't need to be watching, like, these dark, depressing, actually, like, horrible people, like, rue the day, because at the end of the day, I'm just like, these
Yeah.
people get money off this show. They get clout off this show. And, like, why do we want to platform horrible people when horrible people are already platformed every
Literally
damn
multiple
day?
people that are in, like, restraining order
Yes.
situations right now.
Like, I'm just like, exactly, like, this is also why it's like, House of Villains, I feel like, is so different because those villains are just, like, basic villains on reality
That
TV.
is,
They're
like
not.
yeah, that is, like, enough for, like, entertainment purposes. You
Yes.
know that they're all taking on a persona, it's fake.
Yes. They're not, like, going and trying to, like, hurt other people
Yeah.
physically. Like, that is as like, last month. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like versus, like, Drita, who was on Mob Wives, like, that shit was from 20 years ago. Okay, she was beating people up on Mob Wives, but that was years and years ago, and she's changed. Versus this, it's like, these are people who are, like, have active lawsuits, restraining orders against them as early as, like, February 2026. Why do we wanna see them on TV again? Why do we wanna see Dakota on TV where he's clearly abusive to his girlfriend or whatever? It's just like, we don't want to platform horrible people. Because 'cause I'm entertained every day
Yeah.
watching TV just from simple, like, "Oh,
I'd rather
you
watch a random
relate."
person on TikTok. Like, honestly, the most likable person
Yes!
on that show is someone that does, like, TV reviews on TikTok. Like, I think his name's
Yes! Okay, which was so random, like,
I'm
when I
like,
saw
"I'm
him there,
so
I was like,
sorry for you that
no,
you
literally.
are being, like, subscribed to that, but
Well,
I
I
still
just
do
wonder
watch it."
what. No, literally, I'm like, I'm watching the clips that come up online. Like, I can't watch
Yeah.
that show. And I just wonder, like, what, I guess, the premise like, I don't
It's
know,
a
whatever.
weird stance to take from, like,
Alex,
a
for good luck.
marketing
Yeah.
perspective as, like, going
Like,
into
can you exactly, like, who's gonna go on, like, the Today Show to promote this fucking show? Like, who? The Mustafa? She's not.
yeah, don't
Like,
ask any questions about what's going on in her personal life.
yeah, like, Dakota, he's not gonna be asked to go be
It's like
interviewed
they
by
literally like, who
Access
has
Hollywood.
been on TMZ for something bad recently in the last 6 months? Let's pick those people
No,
to be
literally.
TV show. Horrible.
I just can't, guys. Save us, please.
We've been talking so much about TV lately, but there's been a lot going on in the music industry as well. I feel like every single week we're hearing about someone leaving from a pop group. There's been a lot of K-pop group departures. I think Cat's Eye, I guess we can say is in the mix
Like,
with that. We had Heesung leave and Hyphen. We had Mark Lee announce that he's leaving SM this week after 10 years with SM Entertainment and NCT and its subunits. And then Mano leaving Cat's Eye or a temporary hiatus recently. Honestly, it's quite triggering for those of us that survived the Zayn Malik departure
mhm.
of One Direction. But I think it's just interesting to see, like, how things go on once someone leaves. Like, I feel like it's been a while since I've
Yeah.
experienced that. Like, maybe Camila leaving Fifth Harmony was, like, the last time I feel like a big
Yeah, I think
a group
so.
like that.
I think so. It is interesting because it's kinda just like, I feel like I see it mostly with Cat's Eye because they are also doing a lot of festival runs recently.
Yeah. And they're already dropping, like, their next
Yeah.
release, like, in Hyphen and, like, NCT aren't there yet.
Yeah. And I think it's interesting, one, to see, like, the fan reactions, like, videos of them in Lollapalooza in South America where, like, fans are literally screaming for Manon and, like, screaming her name, and I just find that, like, I just wonder how that feels, like, as the girls on the stage. I mean, I am, like, hesitant to say that I like Cat's Eye because I know, like, 2 songs that and one of them is Boba Tea Gnarly, Tesla Gnarly, but they're, like, cute girls, like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't hate too much, but it is interesting because 'cause I'm like, you don't even have, like, an album out, and your person like, one of these people already left the group or left, hiatus, whatever you wanna say. I do not.
She came out this week saying that she was working with the label, and trying to work things out, but a lot of people are speculating that she's completely removing herself from
Mhm.
Cat's Eye permanently. She did remove Cat's Eye from her Instagram bio this week, which
Yeah.
also aids that speculation, but I think they are performing at Coachella, so it'll be really interesting to see whether she does come
Yeah.
back. I think it's kind of, like, mixed as to whether or not she will come back or not. I just don't see like, there's so much drama around, like, why she left and drama that was already relevant within the group, so I would be surprised. Like, I just don't see how you come back. I mean, the same thing kinda happened with Zayn, right? Where he
Came back and then left.
left.
Yeah. He left, he came back and did, like,
Mm.
a few shows and then left again, which I keep seeing people think that she's gonna do Coachella and then she's gonna leave after that.
I
Like,
mean
I would too. Girl, I would be doing that as well, so good for
yeah.
you. But yeah, I just find it so interesting because I think with One Direction, like, it's just so it's different compared to a group like Cat's Eye, but, like, they were also, like, already on their last leg. They were also, like, already kind of wrapping that up,
Yeah,
whereas
I mean, I think we
Cat's
all
Eye
probably thought that they were gonna break
tore
up
the last
after, like,
album,
another
yeah.
year or 2,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we probably didn't know that it was gonna be, like, accelerated that quickly, like, the end of them, but they were on the 5th album of their contract, and it was kinda just like, "Goodbye, I guess." Whereas Cat's Eye, like, it could turn out that, like, she leaves this band and goes solo, and they stay together, and she has more success than them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just find that, like, very interesting, but I do think it's just, like, maybe these competition shows, like, aren't the way to make these groups. I don't know, you know what I mean? There is a disconnect between Cat's Eye and other K-pop groups, and I feel like there is a real reason there. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah, I also think there's such a big difference, like, Mark leaving SM. He's been there for 10 years. He's been with
Mhm.
NCT. He was in NCT 127, NCT Dream. He's such an established person
Yeah.
in K-pop and in SM. There's no doubt that, like, he'll have a successful solo career. Like, I
Yeah.
know that they fully let him out of his contract. So it's a weird parallel between him and Mano because she's just at the start of her career and she doesn't
Yeah.
have that, like, long-standing relationship with fans.
Mhm.
And I also feel like because I feel like fans are really supportive of her, but, like, I don't know if it's gonna translate into
After
solo career.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of giving me Fifth Harmony, and, like, even though the rest of the they broke up as a group after Camila left, I feel like none of those girls really hit, like, their potential, like, especially Normani and
Mhm.
Lauren. Fifth Harmony was so different when they were a group and how many people were supporting them. I mean, how many big hits they had, and the
Mhm.
fact that neither of them has risen to that, like, level of fame and I don't really think that, Camila's success is because all Fifth Harmony fans follow her. Like, she's just had a lot of commercial success otherwise. And I just don't see how that's gonna, like, immediately translate if
Yeah.
Mano chooses to leave. But again, like, we don't know whether the hiatus is, like, more of, like, a mental health thing, and I think that goes more with what you were saying of, like, everything that being in a group like this entails, especially when it's not a group of people that you're, like, friends with that you choose to be with. Like,
Mhm.
it's so different, and I think that's some of the stuff that Zayn was saying, like, "This isn't the music that I wanna listen to, like, these aren't my friends in the sense that, like, these are the guys that I would hang out with, like, on a weekend if I just had to choose anyone in the world to hang out with."
Mhm.
So, like, doing all these things with them is exhausting. I have my own mental health, my own personal life to deal with, and it just gets to a point where, like, you can't do it anymore, and I think there is something to say about calling it quits. I don't wanna say this early, but, like,
Yeah.
this early. If it's not for you, like, it's not for you.
Yeah, exactly, and I think yeah, I just feel like 'cause to me, I'm like, if it was a mental health issue like, I feel like all the statements that have come out, even her, like, note to the fans the other day, it's kinda just like nothing burgers, like, no one is really
Yeah, like, in this day and age, like, I feel like everyone's kinda saying, like, what the deal is.
Yeah, and I feel like no one is saying anything, which is why no one knows what's going on.
Mm.
And I'm sure it's even frustrating for people who are, who do like her and aren't like hate, whatever. But it's kind of just
Yeah.
like, so are you gonna stay in this band or not? Like, are you gonna stay in this group or not? Like, it is just like but then to me, that's not even coming from her. That's like coming from the label, coming from the management. Like, the management needs to be clear to the fans, like, we're keeping her in this group, but she's just taking 6 months off, or she's leaving at the end of this month or whatever, and we will say or go apart in ways. But I do think it's hard. Like, these girls sign contracts that I'm sure are like out like years long. Like, it's kind of just like, how do you get out of something like that versus like Fifth Harmony or One Direction, where there was kind of, I think, because they were already successful, it's easy to have the money and have the kind of backing to get out of something like that. Cause then I also think, like, is she even going to be able to? I do think, not saying she's not talented enough, but it is like, are you going to be able to, does any other label want to pick you up as like
Yeah.
an artist? Because I don't like these, what is it called? Big Hit? Is it the same, right?
No, it's
Like
HXG.
if like they
Yeah, it's like a subset, yeah.
a
It's like
big hit, like, it's like, I feel like, cause that they're such a huge company that, like, is someone else gonna wanna, like, even go against them? And I think that's also where, as a fan, it would be, like, hard for me to, like, kind of support this group through this, cause if I liked her the most, or if any of them, it's kinda just like, can you be transparent and honest? And also, is this group
it's
even
just
worth?
dragged out to this point.
Yeah, and, like, versus, like, these other 2 groups, like, the Mark Lee and the Hyphen
Yeah.
guy, like, it was kinda like a clear, like, "I'm leaving this group. Thank you for the memories. Goodbye."
Yeah.
Versus, like, Cat's Eye's like, we don't know if she's gonna be here tomorrow or not, but please buy our tickets. Our new single's out next week." Like, it's just like, you're gonna promote a new single at Coachella without your, like, it's kinda, I'm like, "Well, so is she performing at Coachella, so is she gonna be on this new single? If she's not on this new single, then why is she performing at Coachella? If you're premiering it at
Honestly, you know
Coachella."
what that's giving? It's giving, like, when Jessie left Little Mix, because I think she did the same thing too, where she, like,
Yeah.
kinda disappeared for a little bit and then left. Like, they had just dropped, I think it was Little Mix 5, or maybe, yeah, Little Mix 5. They had just dropped Little Mix 5. She was in, like, the Sweet Melody music video,
Mhm.
and then I don't think she did any of the promotions for that actual single, like, none of the live, like, TV shows or anything like that, and then she left, and it was just like, "This is so weird because you're literally in this music video,
Yeah.
and now you're gone. Like, could we not have made this choice, like, a few months ago?
Yeah, that's what's so,
Knowing
like,
now what you've come out and said about how you hated being in the band?"
no,
Like,
literally. Because, like, with Cat's Eye, I'm like, they perform, like, when that announcement came out, was it, like, the end of February, early March? Because I was like, they were, like, literally
I
at
mean,
the Grammys,
it
like,
was after
3
the
weeks ago.
Grammys,
Like,
yeah.
I'm like, how do we go from Grammy performance to, "Hey, by the way, this girl's leaving this group," but actually, no, she's not. She's just taking a break. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I mean, was she gonna stay if they won a Grammy?
I would've. To
And then
me,
you just
like, I'm
performed the
just
night before, like, at the Spotify, like, Best New Artist
like,
party, because that's
well, I just think, like, if I'm the other girls in Cat's Eye, I'm leaving too. Like, all love to the Cat's Eye, the icons, no hate. I'm going to Coachella and I'm gonna be at their set, but I'm just like, I would be like, "What's the point of this again?"
yeah, I mean, I guess that's what you find out. Like, again, One Direction had so much more. I mean, I think it's funny now that we bring up Little Mix, because Little Mix were the same pretty much as One Direction, where they were
Mhm.
like, "Okay, one more album and then, like, we're done. Like, we're
Yeah,
good here, we end here." They all were pretty established and could just depart, and they're all doing their own solo things, and I think they all have, like, some margin of success in their own
yeah,
right. Like, I think they've all had, in top 10. I mean, I just saw Jade on tour in North America
yeah,
doing a smaller, like, tour, but a tour nonetheless. They all were established as, like, not necessarily a friend group, but, like, had a relationship with the band members. Like, this is still a pretty new group. So, what you're saying, like, I wouldn't be surprised either if they kinda just disbanded. Harmony was kind of the same, like, they hadn't been together as long either, and they, like, stuck it out.
but yeah, it's kinda just like, your guys are not Destiny's Child. Like, you can't just, like, replace, like, there's no Beyoncé here, like, no hate, but, like, yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. And also, I think it's like a dark cloud hanging amongst your band. Yeah, like, it's people are gonna ask. Like, every interview you do, they're gonna ask you about what happened, and I just feel like it's just, yeah, speed run as to why, I don't know, K-pop groups, and are they even K-pop group? But whatever. They come from the K-pop world.
It bothers me that that's
Yeah, they come from the K-pop world, and I think there is just like a
K-pop inspired. Let's
there's
use
just
that
like
word.
something that is missing. And I think honestly, like I'm sorry guys, like call me the woke police, but it's like in K-pop, everyone is the same. Everyone looks the same, all this stuff. This one group has people that do not look like any other K-pop group or K-pop whatever, like adjacent group in the world. And I think that that has like something to do with it. Like I just am like these fans, like all this pressure, this like thing versus like if that's all you grew up in, like if you grew up in this world where it's like you're 12 years old and you go to these damn auditions and you like train your life to be in a K-pop group,
Mhm.
it's very different than like 6 girls from all around the globe in America or whatever being like, I want to be a singer.
Well,
I want to
yeah, I mean,
dance.
it's like a different level of discipline too, because like a lot
Yeah.
of these people are like trainees in K-pop before they end up being part of it, like being put
Mhm.
together in a group. So like they already have all that discipline and the training of what that entails. So that's why I do understand like what you're saying about how this is totally different. Like these are just girls that are saying that they want to be singers and dancers and being put in a group together
And then being
versus
like, okay, this is
also like are supposed to fit this K-pop
yeah.
mold of how rigorous this is. Like, I mean, I literally saw EXO perform in 2016, and they did 30 hours of song and dance. Like, I'm the only person closest to that is, like, Taylor
Yeah.
Swift, but
And
there
it's
were literally,
like
like, 8 of them.
yeah.
So and I their tour might even be, like, more not more, but, like, I think their tour is up there because like, Taylor Swift has all the backing dancers. It's just them.
Yeah. And she also yeah, it's like she and also it's like Taylor Swift who has like 12 albums to choose from.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like and, like, a whole world, like, every album is a whole world versus, like, this there and, yeah, they dance full out. They are performing the whole entire time,
Yeah.
and plus you have to interact with your fans, you have to do these live chats, you have to do these live streams, you have to be like, posting every single day, like, there is literally no demand out there, like, being in a K-pop group, like, these people, it's like, if you're not on Weverse, like, where are you? It's like you're dead. Like, it's just and imagine having to do all that plus record a song that's like Boba Tea gnarly, Tesla gnarly, fried chicken gnarly, and pretend like that is, like, riveting.
Lyrically genius.
Like, I'm just like, "What is going on?" But it is kinda I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to see what happens. We'll be here to talk about it if anything like, I am interested, like, is she gonna be at Coachella?
Yeah. You're gonna
I
have to
think that's
give me
gonna
some
be
boots on the ground journalism.
I know. I just think that's gonna be like, cause then it's like, that kind of would be like, okay, this is her to me, if she did Coachella, I would literally like, this is her final goodbye. Don't you think?
Like like we were both saying, I mean, that's probably
Which
what
I think, yeah. I mean, cause I'd be like, everyone in the it's
take the
streaming on
Grammys
YouTube,
experience,
go
take the
on this
Coachella experience, and
yeah.
say bye.
See Bieber
Yeah.
headline and say goodbye. Get your VIP tickets and say goodbye.
Get that artist fast.
Like literally, I would do the same thing. But I did also see that she's like the most followed member of the
Yeah,
group.
I mean, she's, like, beloved.
So it's kind of like maybe we'll see what happens to her solo career, but
Yeah. Well, we are gonna have to do a Coachella episode when you come back.
I know.
So that'll be
I'm
coming up
so
in the next few weeks.
excited.
And then we also have to read The Deal at some point. I think that comes out in May. So we're gonna have to read
Yes.
the book before the show comes out.
Okay.
So
We will do that. Book
we have a lot
club.
to look forward to. I know, making us read a book.
I'm sure you know it's so funny. I'm just thinking I'm like next week's episode. Guys, this summer house drama is never ending for us. So be
And,
ready.
we haven't even gotten to the episodes where, like, Sierra and West's relationship is, like,
Like back
kind of being,
to
like,
yeah.
breadcrumbed to us. So I'm so scared. Like, I honestly don't know if I can watch it. It's gonna be a train wreck. Like we were saying earlier, I need some answers before the
Mhm.
reunion because I just don't know how I'm gonna watch it.
And you know what's torture is that the reunion is gonna film it allegedly on the 15th of April, and like it's probably gonna air like the first week of June or like the end of May because we're only on like episode 8 or 9
Yeah.
of the season. I'm like,
Yeah.
I have to wait like 2 more months for
To
this.
get answers. You know, we'll still be talking about it though for the
I
next 2
know.
months. I mean, we this is a new dead horse to beat, so, like,
Get
exciting
ready,
news for
people.
us. But we'll give more updates on our next episode. Make sure you're following us on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at First in Line Pod to stay updated on all of the latest. And make sure you're streaming on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple, wherever you get your podcasts.
And please leave us some 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and leave us some nice comments on our YouTube, on our TikToks. Save them, like them, send them to people.
Copy that link.
Copy the link. We're working hard on our socials, guys. We need all the encouragement we can get.
Yeah, give us some feedback on those. We've got like a little team that's working really hard to make it look good. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time on First in Line.